views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports with Rick and Jack. You're who?
I'm Jack. He's Rick.
That's it, baby. What's going on?
Nothing much. Well, I shouldn't say nothing much. A whole lot is happening in sports right now. What I want to talk about a little bit with you is NBA.
NBA. First, let's back up a second. First, I want to say it's good to see you. Happy holidays. We're getting close to Christmas, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's great to see you.
Same here.
Awesome shirt today.
Thank you.
The pokey hat. Island Pokey. What? That's a restaurant, right?
Island Fin Pokey, yeah.
Island Fin Pokey.
Best pokey in town.
They paying you to wear that?
No, I just love it.
You know, the NFL, you know those professional stars that wear the hats, they pay them. Are you getting paid to do that?
No, I
What's
just
the
love
name
the
of the
hat.
company again?
Island Fin Pokey.
You're a big GM over there, right?
No.
You do something, right? I don't know what you do.
I help out sometimes.
You help build out new restaurants,
I help out from time to time.
Yeah, okay. Being humble. So let's talk sports. That's what we do here.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's crazy, right? This COVID is... It's fun, but it's making it not fun for me.
It's not necessarily it's not fun. What my problem is, there's no consistency, and obviously we understand we're as a society, as a world, we're adjusting.
Yeah.
And players are not adjusting. You know, whether or not they're like basically, I don't want to get into, you know, I don't want to be like you and have a get off my lawn moment.
You know me, I'm passionate about it.
But you're getting paid.
We're
all
going to
this
get
money.
into that passion, believe me, because there's a lot of things in sports bothering me right now.
Yeah.
Attitudes.
Where's the line? Where do you draw the line? Whether it's where do you lose the passion? Where now you're getting paid, so there's no passion in it. And first person that comes to mind with me is James Harden. What's your opinion on that situation?
Well,
right now in
I
Houston?
mean, what's my opinion on what? The weekend he went to Atlanta, little baby's birthday party.
He came out here
And
too.
then he proceeded to Vegas. I mean,
Yeah.
and partied, and it was like, oh, I'm not ready to play basketball yet. I'm holding out. Tell the truth, bro. You really wanted to party. I don't blame you for partying with little baby. He's very famous now. I mean, making great music. Great. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. But partying all weekend, and then sobers up, I guess, on Monday and shows up on Tuesday. Whatever, is he won any championships yet? Yeah, man, he's the best basketball. He's the best shooter. Yeah, you're great, James Harden. You're great. You're great. You got a beautiful beard. Not as good as mine, but good. Anyways.
Yeah, but you're not being
It is being selfish because
you're not being a great team player.
That new Houston coach in a bad spot.
You have a new star that came to the team.
Yeah.
Why weren't you there to say let's build this together? A lot of the moves that your team made was because of you and your style of basketball. So why weren't you there day one to bring the guy in and welcome him to Houston? Show him around.
Right.
Be that teammate, that leader on your team. Not that crybaby.
Well, no, he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't think the team's doing enough.
Then you shouldn't have signed your contract.
No, exactly. Maybe he earned the money back.
Yeah, give them the money back. You got 2 more years.
But now he's okay to go with Philadelphia. Oh, first it started Brooklyn. Now it's Philadelphia. He's going to add some more teams. He wants to be traded. In his defense, he is a hard worker. He's one of the hardest workers in the NBA. And when he plays and he decides to play, the guy. He's a workhorse. He shows up. He plays every game. He plays hurt.
Yes.
When it comes to the basketball part of it, he's great.
But he's not playing an individual game. He's playing a team game, and his style of basketball is an individual game. Michael Jordan used to do the same thing until he started to trust the team, his teammates around him, and that's when he started winning. So James Harden has to start trusting the teammates around him and get the damn hands out of the ball, the ball out of his hands. Come on, man.
And take the leadership role. And take
responsibility when the team's not doing well.
So since we're on NBA, and we hope it turns out for Houston. We hope it turns out well for all of them. I like basketball, and I hope Houston, he stays there and has a good year. let's not go around and tell people where we want to be, like Anthony Davis did, and Jimmy Butler did, and they all got to go where they wanted to go, and it's worked out fine for them all. But what's wrong with staying with an organization your whole career, like a Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, those loyal guys, a Bill Russell, those loyal dudes, man, that love the people in the city, not just their money.
But what about those players that love the people in the city and then they get traded because the GMs make financial team decision, financial decision? So when a player wants to go play elsewhere,
like Russell Westbrook,
exactly, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So when a GM wants to just ship you out, all of a sudden your kids, your family, you all have a tie in the community. Boom, you're gone. So if players want to do the same thing, they should be able to. And
they have that right.
We can't say, oh, it's a GM or it's they're selfish and what about the team? Not all players get to spend one career with one team.
Well, LeBron moved all over.
And he won all over.
And he won all over, and he's kept his word. And that's one of the great things about this season. He re-opted for 2 more years. Anthony Davis, 5 years. They built that team. The Lakers are going to be better this year than they were last year.
They're younger, definitely.
I don't think anybody's going to even come close. There's some teams that are, like Phoenix really improved, but they haven't improved enough to play with the Lakers.
Injuries.
Well, injuries is the key to the
And right
season.
now, with this modified offseason, you're going to have to see some adjustments. In fact, the NBA came out and said for national games, you cannot rest your stars.
Yeah, good.
So it's
like
so then you're gonna put are the team doctors not gonna be truthful anymore, or what are you putting them in the position where that the guy needs a day off, but it's a national televised game, so are we hurting the players now? Whatever the case is, at the end of the day, these owners are investing millions in these players, and if they choose to rest them a little bit, and these guys don't want to just come in the game and play for a few minutes because it messes with their stats.
Yeah.
So that's
no,
one
I
of the
know.
things they don't want to do either.
Greg Popovich made that famous by resting players. I mean, Pop was great at that, but Pop is a great coach. The thing about it is, we both love NBA. We could talk hours about NBA, and I just want to let you all know, as soon as football's over, we're going to have a weekly NBA show. We're going to switch right over from our weekly NFL show. As soon as that's over, and we got a few more months of football left, we're going to go right into a weekly NBA show. It's going to have its own show, and we're really looking forward to that because that's really our favorite thing to watch. I know NBA is my favorite, far surpasses anything else. I love to watch NBA, the athleticism, the games, the last-minute shots. I love the NBA, so we're going to have a show for you all, and it'll be real snappy and fun, so you'll enjoy that. Speaking of the NBA, and we don't want to talk NBA this whole show today. There's other things happening that I want to talk about, that Jack wants to talk about, but I got to get this off my chest, man. How about this Paul George thing with him blaming the coach for not putting him in the right spot? And that's really sticking me in the side for a guy to pop off like that about blaming it on the coach and the team and not putting him in a position to win. What's your opinion on that? I mean, let's be honest with our audience.
So, the thing with where I'm disappointed with Paul George and his statement is old school. Well, I'm gonna say old school. Young Paul George played every position. He did his thing. He just played basketball. It wasn't. He put himself in a position to win because the coach is not there on the court. You are, and he used to do these things pre-injury and all that stuff. But what I did like about the statement, and I did not like it at the same time, was Doc Rivers' answer. It was correct, but for me, I would have just not said anything. No. But he is correct where Ty Lue was right beside me when those decisions were made, and you have Ty Lue at the helms right now. So is he saying that Ty Lue was basically gunning for the job, or what? Not putting him in the right position?
Believe me, I thought that all along, by the way.
So he could take it? You know what? I actually thought that with Jason Kidd this year with the Lakers, and they won the championship. So Lou's a good coach when he has a star that's doing his. When you have smart basketball players with smart basketball IQ on that court too, he'll be successful.
Agreed.
Because it's almost like this is the second time he did it. Remember, he did it with David Blatt, right? When Blatt was in Cleveland.
Right. Yeah.
So is this the kind of person that he is now? Is this the resume he's gonna?
I don't know what it is, but he got the job. I knew he was going to get the job. I mean, I follow it closely. I don't agree with it. I really don't agree with him getting that job. I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's overrated. Just like I thought Doc Rivers was way overrated. He had the team in Boston. He had leadership. He had guys that led in Boston. And he's an okay coach. He is not going to be successul. He is not going to be successful.
But he does not adjust well, as you can see in the finals. He did not adjust at all. And so how do you think you're going to have that basketball IQ with Simmons and Embiid in Philadelphia?
Yeah, we'll see.
And that's a city that's going to eat him up. That brotherly love is good when you're winning. When it's not, you're going to feel
They're merciless. The football team's lucky they don't have fans this year. Lucky. But anyways, to finish up on this Paul George thing, my take on it was this. You're a professional. You're an NBA player. When you miss shot after shot after shot, when you throw the ball over on a throw it away on a consistent basis, that's nobody's fault other than you. If you're missing the shots, and then I hear, I had to see the team therapist and, helping me through my mental stuff. Hey, listen, bro, you're a professional. They didn't put me in the right spot. They didn't do this. Come on, man. Let's get it together this year and get that team together and play some ball. I mean, I was a big advocate early in the year of the Clippers. And the way it ended was disgusting. It was disgusting. That was not a team. Doc Rivers lost that locker room. Paul George was acting like not the way a professional should be acting, and like Paul George that I know from Southern California days, and just a good dude. And stop with the excuses, Paul. Let's play basketball. Let's get with it. Hey, I love you. I think you're a great athlete, a good guy, great for the community. We're happy you're in LA, but come on. Take the onus for what you didn't do for the Clippers this year, and you played poor basketball. Let's be honest. Let's move on.
Self-accountability. You got to hold himself accountable.
Come on, man. That's a big come on, man, for me.
At the end of the day, too, it's still a team.
Step up, bro.
It's still a team sport.
Level up.
It's a team sport. So why is he the one taking all this heat? Where is Kawhi Leonard?
Leadership.
Where is Kawhi Leonard?
They all should be taking the heat.
Leading from the back?
That's why so many guys on that team. I mean, that's why Trez Harrell left, because there were problems there. They thought he was crazy. And there is a craziness about him, but to me, a good craziness. He's a wild man on a basketball court. I love it. He's going to do great with the Lakers. He's going to be great. But he left that organization because they're soft. Those guys played soft. All of them played soft.
Yeah, because
Lou Williams, soft, man. Patrick Beverley, the only guy that's aggressive every night. And he's a little bit off himself, but let's get it together, Clippers. Let's have a good year. One last NBA thing.
Did you think that the NBA changed, basically send out their memo for teams like the Clippers that like to rest their guys, or what we call it load management?
Load management, that's the word.
Because that preferential treatment, I think, was the one that imploded the Clippers locker room.
Listen, the basketball is not that heavy. So you should be able, at your age, to run up and down the court and pass the basketball and shoot it. I believe you're getting paid big money to play the nights that you're assigned to play, which means if you have a game 2 nights in a row, you play. The NBA has gotten away from playing 2 nights in a row. They're stars. They sit, particularly as we get into the season. I'm a believer, man. I love the sport. I'm going to be playing. Hey, I wish I had the opportunity to play the sport. Man, I'd be suited up 3 hours before the game, ready to go out there shooting baskets, because you know why? I love the game, and I love the pride, and I love the fans. Don't let people, a family of 4, who is very expensive to come to a game, when the Clippers play the Lakers and they want to go to the game and it's going to cost them $500 for a family of 4, to half of the players not there. Paul George not playing.
Not suited up.
Yeah, not suited up.
Oh, he's in a suit, all right.
Leonard not playing. LeBron not playing. Anthony Davis, and you're watching a bunch of subs playing, and it's like, man, you owe the fans. So many of these guys, and I know they're doing a lot ever since all this Black Lives Matter. Everybody's picked it up, and more sensitive to the poverty that's out there because of COVID. Everybody's picking it up and giving. These NFL guys wearing the shoes for their funds, different things that they like.
Cleats, my cause.
Cleats for my cause. I think things like that are awesome. The NBA does. They all do awesome stuff, but your number one responsibility is to play basketball, because the fans. That's their hope.
If the fans are not watching, the fans are not buying jerseys, the fans are not, not supporting the teams, then guess what? Who are you playing for? Yourself? Because guess what? You won't be making those millions.
Yeah. One more NBA thing before we take a break. We'll take a break and we'll finish up with some other things. I want to talk a little college football. We could talk all day on NBA.
Oh, absolutely.
Comment by Kyrie Irving that only ball player he trusts to handle the ball in the last seconds of the game is his new man, Kevin Durant.
Yes.
Over there. And he kind of slapped LeBron in the face, and LeBron said it hurt. I was surprised that LeBron commented, to be honest, because those guys have had beef for a while. Listen, let's be honest, they don't like each other. They do not like each other. What's your idea of that? What do you think of that comment? Is a comment not, it doesn't need to be made, right?
It wasn't warranted. But the thing, too, is statistically wise, LeBron is probably the best clutch shooter in the game based on the amount of clutch shot he's actually made throughout the history of him playing. So if you don't trust stats, what do you trust, Kyrie? You trust your feelings? Yeah, he gave you your first championship, so you should have a special bond for that, because prior to LeBron getting there, you were a lottery team.
That's right. Hey,
Anthony Bennett, that played here in UNLV, was your lottery guy that went there right when LeBron got there, and guess what? He didn't even make the team.
No work ethic.
Yeah, so come on. So at least know what you're talking about before you're just gonna throw stuff out there. Because hey, if you want to send that in a text message to Kevin, then by all means send that to him. But don't just throw stuff out there.
It was disgusting to me.
Was that a clickbait comment?
Oh, the thing to me is,
but guess
you
what?
haven't played ball in 2 years. How can you even be popping off? What have you done in 2 years?
And you know what?
Nothing.
You know what LeBron done in 2 years? Won another championship without you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
anyway, we could talk NBA all day. It's fun. We're going to analyze the teams more as we go on, and looking forward to a good season. It's going to be real competitive. Some of the teams really stepped up and improved themselves. A few of them went down in status a bit, but NBA is going to be fun again, and it's getting close. It starts on the 22nd of December, but we're going to take a quick break here and talk about some other sports. And again, our NBA show will be coming up soon enough, and you can watch that regularly every week. But for the moment, we're going to take a break and then talk about some other things. Please stay with us.
Bob Allen Golf has a full tour shop for all of your repairs, including re-gripping, reshafting, loft and lie adjustments, whatever you need. Bob has the only full swing simulator in Las Vegas. Get your next set of golf clubs custom fit right here at Bob Allen Golf, located at 6415 South Fort Apache, Las Vegas, 89148. With Bob Allen Golf, your game is in the bag.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Sports with Rick and Jack. We had a fiery, would you say that was a fiery, what was that, a fiery commentary on the NBA. It was fun. We love NBA. But anyways, we're going to talk about some other stuff. And
another heated conversation. Because if you don't mind me interjecting right there.
I never mind you interjecting.
Okay. I've been wanting to talk about this
all day. Hold up. Let me get a little higher there. You're ready to go. What are you going to talk on?
Okay, so.
Listening? Pay attention.
The national championship, right? So
you're talking about college football.
Playoffs, yes. Four teams, four teams, right? No. But here's the thing. What do you think the Big Ten is going to do?
Well, that's a great question. It was revealed last night, or within the last 48 hours.
They voted.
Michigan isn't going to play.
Yes. Obvious reasons, safety reasons, right?
So, and their opponent is Ohio State.
Yes.
Just so that our fans know. So that puts Ohio State with 5 games only. The ruling.
6.
You have to play 6 games to be eligible for the league championship. And that was the ruling that was made by Big Ten football. Mm-hmm. Now, Ohio State has played 5 games. Mm-hmm. They're not going to get to 6 unless they reverse the decision. They vote and reverse the decision.
You want to hear breaking news?
Yes, give me breaking news.
They did.
Whoa. Man, of course they did. I was watching that with Scott Van Pelt last night, who I love, and he's got a lot of great commentary. They were talking about it with Reese Davis, the college football guru. They were talking about it, and Reese Davis was like, I think that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to say I'm happy with it. I'm really not going to comment.
We're going to change the rules, break the rules?
Yeah, so that Ohio State can play. So
they can represent
Have they found
us?
a team for them to play yet?
No. They're just going to say, yes, you're eligible to play in it based on what
you're eligible to play in the league championship?
Yes.
With 5 wins?
Yes.
That sucks. So what's going to happen? They could probably end up playing Indiana Is that what's going to happen?
Probably, most likely.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Which is a bunch
weird.
of BS.
But Ohio State shouldn't suffer. You know, the kids shouldn't suffer. A point was made that I was watching about this.
So Florida should suffer because they played nine
Florida
games.
played a lot of games.
They're 8-1.
No, I agree with you.
So
I'm a Florida
Texas
fan.
A&M, they should suffer.
No, hey, I agree with you. The first 3 spots are going to be easy because Alabama's going to play Florida. So Florida.
So
I like them, but it's going to be a tough game.
Just hypothetically, Florida beats Alabama.
Well,
where does Ohio State rank? And Ohio State wins their
That's a scary question.
the Big Ten championship.
Which they will. Ohio State's not going to lose any games until the playoff series. And let's face it, let's be honest. It's all set up for the most money to be made, to get the most viewers. And unless something crazy happens, it's going to be Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, and Ohio State.
Which is BS.
And Texas A&M and Florida are going to be outside looking in. Now they may lose in their playoff series, in the league championship series. If Florida plays Alabama tough, is Florida more deserving than Ohio State?
Absolutely, they played more games,
well,
and they played more meaningful games.
And the Heisman Trophy winner plays at Florida. He's going to win. Trask.
He's good.
Oh, I've been on them all year. I love Florida. Unfortunately, they lost to Texas A&M, and they're going to lose to Alabama, so they're going to get a good bowl game. Maybe they'll play the great USC, who's up to what an average football team. What an average. I don't mean to bounce around, but Pac-12, what a joke.
What an average.
What an average. Yeah. I don't even think they'll get any good bowl games. SC, disgraceful. With all that talent, please. Where they had 35-0 in the first quarter against Oregon.
And then nothing after that.
Who were they playing? Washington State, not Oregon. They were playing Washington State up 35-0. 4 touchdown passes, 4 caught by the kid Amon-Ra St. Brown. SC looks like, oh my God, this team is unbelievable, playing great defense. They scored 3 more points the rest of the game. And of course, I know you slow it down and you want to work the clock. But listen, let's work on your game. You're not getting that many games. You're going to hear from me here first. I believe UCLA is going to beat them. I believe UCLA beats USC this year.
So,
yeah, I believe it.
So you think Chip's going to do it?
Chip's improving. That team, if you're watching any football, I watch too much football, college and pro. UCLA is a much improved football team, much improved. So it'll be fun, but let's get back to the championship series. We're going to see. It's going to all unfold the way it's going to unfold, but you knew they were going to give Ohio State a break. And to me, I believe that, hey, why not? I know you made a hard, fast rule, and it's weird times, and you got.
But don't make rules make rules
they realized they made a bad decision because they boxed themselves in. Because what did the playoff series do? What did the playoff committee do? They said, we're not going to say you have to play a specific amount of games to be eligible. That was smart.
Yes.
They didn't box themselves in like the Big Ten did. And let's face it.
And they didn't even schedule themselves buys either, just in case they need to be flexible.
Yeah, Ohio State was the guys that really got hit the worst with all these cancellations, and it's been terrible. But that's a good football team, but we're not sure how good they are. I tell you, I don't know how good Ohio State is. It hurt Fields. Fields is not going to win the Heisman Trophy because he didn't get enough games.
No.
Trevor, he
barely,
because Clemson lost some games and he lost a game because of 2 weeks because of COVID. Trevor Lawrence is probably not going to win it. It's probably going to come down to Ian Book, who Notre Dame has played 10 games, and Florida State, who has played 10 games. I mean Florida, but they're both good quarterbacks. But it'll be fun. The next couple of weeks, we'll see what's going to happen. But let's stay on it. Let's keep our fans abreast of what's happening. Thank you for that breaking news.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
When I read it, I was
too many. I know. I watched all the commentary on it last night, and I knew. We all knew it.
Yes, obviously. Big
we
Ten
all knew it that they were going to reverse. That they were going to reverse Fields. So, anyways, that's fine. Enjoy college football this weekend. Watch it closely. Watch for the games that are canceled. Continue to bet the teams you like and play the teams you like. One of the teams that I really like, I don't know if you've seen them, Coastal Carolina.
Yes.
Chanticleers. You know what a Chanticleer is?
I
know you know. Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. If you
fight-
haven't seen them,
A fighting rooster.
yeah. Hey, a competitive, fierce rooster is the definition of a Chanticleer, barnyard rooster. That's exactly what Coastal Carolina is, and their name fits them. Plus, those teal uniforms are the best-looking uniforms in football, teal and black. Have you watched them?
Do you look good in teal?
Oh, I wish I was going to wear it in their honor, but I thought it wasn't going to be good enough for the show today. So.
But not only do they look
Hey,
good
I
in it,
wanted
they
to wear
play
teal.
well
I
in
may
it too.
get a jersey. That's my team right now. I love those guys.
Oh, no,
Hey,
no, no, no,
hey,
no,
that's
no,
my
no,
team
no,
now.
no. Every time you do that, the team goes down.
I'm sorry.
So please don't do that. No,
Sorry,
no, no,
Coastal
no,
Carolina.
No, no.
You're still going to be my team. He's right. Every time I say, this is going to happen, it's a reverse, especially on Thursday night.
Sorry,
football.
guys.
Anyways, they're a good. If you haven't watched them, watch them. They are small on defense, but scrappy. 9-10 guys at the ball every play. They got a freshman quarterback. They had a great game against BYU. BYU is a good football team. In the end, they took that game. They moved up from
now they're
18 to
good?
13. Who?
BYU?
They're good enough. They're good enough. They're
The
not
last 3 weeks, I've been talking about BYU and how they got snubbed for not even being in consideration
Okay.
for that top 4.
Okay.
And then now you're saying that now they're good?
I got to watch my words.
Okay.
They're good, but they're not good enough, okay? Okay, that's what I meant to say all along. They're good, but they're not good enough. And it was proven. And again, I give them credit for taking the game on a Thursday and flying out, to play it to the other coast. I understand all that. But guess what? Coastal Carolina won that game when BYU was favored to win that game. Those kids are good, 10-0. They get to play Louisiana again, who's rated. They beat Louisiana, so they'll play for the league title. They may go undefeated, and they'll get a good bowl game, but watch out. Watch out for that ball club. If you get a chance to watch them, I think they play Troy this week.
Yes. That's a game that was postponed.
Take the time and watch
They're playing this week to make up that
Man,
game.
I like a scrappy ball club, and their coach is awesome. He's a cool guy. His players love him. They have a lot of fun in the locker room with him. That's what I consider college football, that kind of enthusiasm and just the team together. Everybody loves each other on the team. So contrary to so many teams like Pac-12 teams, they look like they're sleepwalking out there. I know they got a late start, but it's Pac-12. The Pac-12 is a joke, man. All the talent they get. Anyways, a couple more things. Let's finish up this show. Get on to our NFL show. Some good UFC coming up this weekend. There's 3 good bouts. It's ESPN Plus. You got to pay to see it. I don't pay to watch these shows. I watch the highlights, but I think this week I might buy it because there's 3. Figueiredo's fighting, who is just a little beast in flyweight. There's 3 really good matches. It's worth it to get those UFC fights this week. They're going to be good. Last week, it was free on ESPN. I don't know if you watched it, but the main event was Hermanson versus Venerito, Italian kid. And Veretti, some type of Italian name. Not being Italian, I don't even know why Italian names. Anyways, Vendetti, whatever it was, it started with a V, Italian name. That kid was an animal. And Hermanson's a famous fighter, and he went out and beat him. He decisioned him, and he really controlled the fight. And I was really, really proud of him, and he really wanted it. He got in shape, and again, he beat a good fighter, so he's going to move up in the ranks. So that was a fun main event, and the commentators, Rogan and those guys actually said, "Boy, that was one of the best middleweight fights they had seen." So that was fun. But watch UFC this week if you want to. Pay the few coins to watch it. Take your money, your winnings from college football, and watch it. But anything else you want to discuss? College basketball briefly. It's every other game is canceled. Now Duke has come out and said, the big time, Krzyzewski said we shouldn't be playing anymore. That's after he lost 2 games. But,
no.
College basketball, I don't know. It's too many games. It's a joke.
My 2 cents on that is, he's getting paid to coach and stuff, where these young men, it's their audition to move on to the next level. And without basketball, if you need to protect those young men, go to a bubble setting. We saw it work with hockey. We saw it work with basketball.
Yeah.
If you generally care for those young men, then you do that. Not because now you're a sore loser, because you're not in a sense losing 2 games. Not he's a loser, because I know how you guys like to take stuff out of context. Him losing.
Yeah, him losing. Mike Krzyzewski is no way a loser. So
no, not at all.
I think our audience understood you.
Yes.
I know you did. Anyways, for me, it's like bubble basketball for 18, 19, 20-year-old kids, 6 months away from your family, whatever it is, 4 or 5 months.
They're already away from them.
It's really tough. It's really tough, mentally and physically on these kids. They're not grown people, and it's different in the NBA where they're making money, but they're playing. We're going to continue to watch it. There's some good games out there. There's been some very competitive games. Iowa's a very good team. Now all of a sudden Gonzaga is off because they had some cases. Kansas looks good. There's some good college ball, Michigan State. But let's keep watching it, enjoying it. It'll evolve. It's early. College football is coming down the home stretch, and let's keep enjoying that. But anything you want to finish with today concerning our sports show?
No, just I want everybody else to, when you're finished watching this one, also check out our football show.
Absolutely. We're going to have some fun on the football show today. Check it out. Like this show, please. Share it with your friends. Join us at WWDBTV. Become a subscriber. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to our great network here run by Mr. John Stiles. Again, WWDBTV. Watch us, follow us, like us. Come on in, join us. We got a lot of good content. And we'll continue to talk and be controversial. And as Jack says, what do I like to do a lot? Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn mentality.
Get off the lawn moment.
I'm going to talk it, baby. If you agree with us, let us know. Keep watching us, WWDBTV. Talk to you soon. God bless. Thank you.